Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are finally doing Billy Loomis, as it's been at least 2 years from the YouTube request. So, yes, we're finally getting to it. Anyways, let's get down to the disclaimer. And happy Thanksgiving Eve, because I am recording this the day before Thanksgiving, so it's Wednesday at 2:37 a.m. I just recorded the Patreon first part, safe for work part, which is pre-recorded. As I said, I had to make sure I had the Patreon one done because that is the one that paid for it. Anyways, let's get on to business. Happy early Thanksgiving. Now let's do this. Disclaimer: this is Billy Loomis when he is 18 or 19. I do not know if he is 17 or under in Scream 1 in the show, in the movie, but in this, he is a young adult. Thank you. That is aged up adult Billy Loomis. Now, disclaimer number 2. Billy Loomis is not Yandere canon. This is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and yanderes and slashers is fine. Just do not be illegal or gross about it. You know who you are, you dirty flaky biscuits. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life. Also remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Thank you. And now disclaimer number 3. Slashers and villains are fine to simp for, just do not condone or support what they do in real life, or do not justify what they do in the show or movie or whatever media. It is fine to simp for the bad guys or villains or antagonists or whatever, as long as they're fictional and no real people got hurt by them. Again, remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Thank you. Now let's get on to the video. Wrong sentence. Billy is has Billy had a normal life and a normal family and normal mental health. That was until his father cheated with Sydney's mom, and that is when everything went to heck. He bloomed into a psychotic version of himself, but he was not chaotic like some. Instead, he could play the long game, like dating Sydney Prescott, just so he could have the chance to unalive her. He never loved Sydney, and instead, he loved you. You were the love of his life and the person that he wanted the most. He is a very possessive man in Yandere who will unalive anyone and everyone for you if he had to. But he does not do it impulsively, of course. Instead, he plans out each of the unalivements and even gets an accomplice he can trust to do them. He got someone to work with him and he could trust you as someone he could trust around you as well. Sorry, brain fart. And that was a hard sell, but it was not impossible. He did find one and he had the plan to unalive Sydney and make you his and his alone. He needed to keep you in the dark about this plan, though, as he did not want you to get hurt or be a loose end that he would need to tie up. He would deal with rivals in a few ways. One of the main ones, adding them to the list of victims by unaliving them, but at random, so that no one expects that it was because of you that they were being unalived and that they were just randomly selected. The other less gruesome way that he would do it is by planting evidence on them to get you to steer from them and think that they are really bad guys or bad gals, or end up with the police dealing with them. Before he made sure everyone stayed away from you, by sorry, tongue twister. Before all this, he made sure everyone stayed away from you by being your friend and saying no one was good enough for his best friend, which was you. He is the type of Yandere to be protective, but slightly unstable. In which, sorry, I have a lot of saliva collected in my mouth. One sec. Blech, gross. In which, if you were aware of his interest in you, you would notice that the way he always stares at you when no one is looking, or that the way he lingers by your side longer than he should, or even the times he's broken into your house and watched you sleep, hiding under your bed when and when you woke up, he could sneak out after you left your room. Not to mention how he knew all your favorite things and all the things you disliked, and so on and so forth. That he knows a lot about you, that it's a creepy amount of stuff he knows about you. If you were aware of his feelings, you would have noticed it. But you were not. No one was, because once again, he is good at playing the long game. How he how he confessed to you, you ask? If he it could be in a few ways and in with a few results, but there are two main ones. The first way is that he could not wait any longer and broke it off with Sydney, confessing his love to you. If you accepted his love, he would be over the moon. Sorry, I wrote over the men. I don't know why. Brain fart, I guess. Over the moon, and may even not need to unalive Sidney Prescott. And he got his happily ever after. If you reject him in his love confession, he would know he would not I don't know why I was butchering these sentences. He would knock you out and kidnap you. To make sorry, I scrolled too far. My computer is being a piece of boo. Anyways, hold on. So what are you all doing? Uh, sorry. There we are. Sorry about that. Anyways, on with the video. He would knock you out and kidnap you to make sure that you stayed safe and stayed with him. He was keeping you safe after all. Everything he has done so far has almost solely been for you. Of course, really, it was all for him. His selfish needs to own you and have you as his and his alone. His selfish needs to get revenge on Sydney and her father for something they had nothing to do with. To him, it was him doing justice, and he was the fine hand to do it. That Sydney and her father had it coming, and that all the people he unalived for you had it coming because they tried to steal you away from him, and that was unforgivable. Now, the other way he would confess to you is the night that he tried to unalive Sydney, but this time he did succeed and you saw him unalive Sydney. He would hold your face with his red covered hands and tell you he did it all for you. If you accept his love, which is most likely because you did not want to be unalived, he would kiss you and take you away with him. He cannot trust you to not leave him and go to the police right away, not until he has 100% not until he was 100% sure that you were truly loyal to him and him alone. If you reject his love though, he will stab you somewhere and run off with you, leaving evidence that Sydney's father had unalived you and hid your body. He then has you taken care of far away as a Jane Doe. Then he takes you from the hospital and runs off with you. No one would ever see you again, but everyone would remember the story of Ghostface and how he every few years he unalives people again and again. That the people that he does unalive across the country while he's keeping you prisoner are people who tried to help you escape or he thought got too close to you. And of course, Stu keeping up the Ghostface slasher legend. Billy's love for you would go down in history the same way the Ghostface serial unaliver slasher did as well. Side note Side note, do not try to escape too much. He will break your limbs in a way that you will not be able to heal right from, and that you can never, ever physically run from him again. Other than that, takes good care of you and would also gaslight and manipulate you into accepting his love. And either way, sorry, skipped a line, or you had accepted his love for your own safety and sanity. Either way, you are always on edge with Billy Loomis and wondering when and if he was going to unalive someone next and who he would unalive next. But even more so, if he was going to unalive you. He would never unalive you, though, because he is the type of Yandere that blames everyone else for anything that you do wrong. Even if you willingly slept with Stu, his partner in crime, and the other Ghostface, he would blame Stu and attack him, blaming you, not blaming Stew and attack him. Sorry, I missed a word. Stew and attack him before blaming you, the love of his life, his darling. In his eyes, you can do nothing wrong. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it. Finally got this done. I am sorry my tongue is so tied, and I keep having either dry mouth or super wet mouth. It is weird. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it and all that good stuff. And now, Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Gav. I appreciate you. I hope that you all enjoyed this. And if you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it. And stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro, and baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro. And the secret outro question of the day is: would you smash or pass adult Billy Loomis? Smash, yes. And you would you accept his love? Possibly. I'm not 100% sure on it. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye.